Welcome to Engadget's weekly roundup of video game news. I'm Jessica Condit. Here's what's going on in games right now. The layoffs crisis in video games isn't slowing down, and the latest company to announce drastic staffing cuts is PlayStation. Sony on Tuesday fired roughly 900 people from its PlayStation division and fully shut down its London studio, which had been building a co-op multiplayer game for PS5. Insomniac, Naughty Dog, and Guerrilla all lost employees, despite being behind some of the platform's most successful games in recent memory. First-party studio Firesprite was also hit by the layoffs, and it reportedly had to cancel a live service Twisted Metal project. It's barely March, but already more than 7,000 video game workers have been laid off in 2024. Last year, more than 9,000 people in the industry lost their jobs to layoffs. February 27th was Pokémon Day, and in celebration, Nintendo revealed two new games, Pokémon Legends ZA and Pokémon Trading Card Game Pocket. Pokémon Legends ZA is set in Lumiose City, which you might remember from Pokémon X and Y on the 3DS, and it looks like it features Mega Evolutions. Pokémon Legends ZA is due to hit Switch in 2025. The other title, Pokémon Trading Card Game Pocket, is a mobile game that should land on Android and iOS devices by the end of the year. It's exactly what it sounds like. Nintendo is putting the physical card opening mechanic inside your phone, complete with flashy animations and addictive sound effects when you rip off the digital packaging. You'll also be able to engage in quick battles. Nintendo has clarified that Pocket will not have NFTs, but it is described as free to start, so expect microtransactions. It's been a strange and slow week here in Engadget video game land, so I thought we'd have some fun this episode. As tech reporters, we receive ridiculous emails from startups and PR agencies literally every day. And even though we don't end up covering many of the proposed products, some of the messages themselves deserve a moment in the spotlight. Many of the pitches we get are just silly or tone-deaf, but some of them are outright dystopian. And honestly, I thought you all might enjoy seeing some of the weirdness that hits our inboxes. This is all meant in good fun. I appreciate the communications teams who are just trying to sell their stuff in fun and creative ways. The real enemy here, as always, is capitalism. So, here are some emails that recently found their way into my inbox and made me go, what? GameSense. New groundbreaking device enhances player immersion by releasing gameplay corresponding sense. As players dive into a game, GameSense patent-pending adapter captures audio in real time. These real-time audio cues are processed by GameSense innovative AI to release scents that correspond with the on-screen action. Inhale the smoky aroma of battle, the exhilarating scent of speeding race cars, the calming fragrance of a forest, or the fresh smell of rain after a storm. Okay, so this thing, unsurprisingly, comes with replaceable cartridges, but weirdly, I actually can't see a way to purchase these at the moment. But either way, so these scents include gunfire, explosion, racing cars, blood, sports arena, and a few other brotastic flavors. I mean, this is actually kind of cool. So like GameSense, you can have scents that correspond with your games. There's like an idea here for the future of immersion, right? So, okay, how about this one? Seeking products for pickleball stories? Parentheses, samples available. Ma'am, this is Engadget. Okay, so here's one from Valentine's Day. Deconstruct team delivers a Valentine's Day surprise of cosmic proportions. Sounds normal, right? So this was for the game The Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood, and the surprise was a huge dildo. So I actually thought this one was cute. Like, everything was really presented tastefully in this email, and it was all for a giveaway partnership with a well-known adult toy company. Like, the Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood it's a sexy game, right? And there's a creature that's a behemoth the size of a planet. So all of this kind of made sense for the whole game, but it didn't really fit in our news cycle, right? Okay, here's a classic story idea. Here's Doom running on a robotic lawnmower, yes, a robotic lawnmower, ! Parentheses, you have to see it to believe it, ! Video included. And it starts with, I am reaching out with a great story that is sure to go viral. This spring, Husqvarna will make the iconic 1993 video game Doom available to play on the company's robotic lawnmowers. Nice. This is classic. I kind of love this one just because it's a classic like infomercial style email, a lot of parentheses, a lot of exclamation points, none of them are necessary. Okay, the best part about this one though is actually before I added the Doom lawnmower to my list of ridiculous emails, we hit this news on Engadget.com. Who's the joke now, right? Okay, so here's the last one I have for you. This one like actually creeped me out. So here we go. Here's the subject line. Meet my Regina. PC preview. dickhead-destroying extravaganza cookie cutter. This is how it begins. "I've got something to show you, Jessica. She's one of the most incredible things I've ever held between my legs. She's small but tough and can take a beating. And everyone knows she's smart because she has a British accent. She'll giggle if you tickle her just right. And she even glows in the dark. Are you ready to meet her? Well, are you? Don't be shy now. Good. Well, here she is." I ask to be removed from this list. In more layoffs news, Until Dawn studio Supermassive Games fired about a third of its workforce, or roughly 90 employees, and the team is reorganizing. Also, indie studio Die Gut Fabrik, which created Sports Friends, Johann Sebastian Joust, and Salt Sea Chronicles, has halted production amid funding issues, and developers there are looking for other jobs. Nintendo is suing Yuzu, a popular and long-running emulator that allows players to put their Switch games on other platforms. Nintendo argues that the app is facilitating piracy at a colossal scale, and says it illegally circumvents DMCA protections. Nintendo wants Yuzu shut down, and the company is seeking damages. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth finally comes out on February 29th, and our review from Matt Smith is live now. He's a really big Final Fantasy nerd, and he really liked Rebirth. Home Safety Hotline is the perfect game to play at your desk on the PC, so you can let the mid-90s computer interface fully engulf your senses. In this game, you take calls from people complaining about pests and paranormal creatures invading their homes, and using a detailed reference guide, you identify what's going on and help them sort it out. Or you get it wrong and get fired, while a family of 3 screams for their lives on the other end of the line. Thanks for watching. If you liked this, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to Engadget for your weekly dose of video game news.